All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new month of June. I ended up taking a trade today on NQ, so I want to go and recap that. Ended up making around $711 total on the trade. I did get stopped out in profits on my runners. This could have been, a bit higher, but I'm also trading on my real money live personal account as well, not a prop firm. So anyways, if you guys don't know, I trade live every single day, Monday through Friday inside my private group. I was able to take this trade live. So with that being said, let's go and roll the replay from the trade I took this morning.
All right. Good morning, guys. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out here. We're gonna take a look at the charts, and yeah, we're still kind of in this just choppy area right here. So we're gonna see if we're gonna break out of yesterday's highs or Friday's highs. So let's zoom in a little bit so we can see better. Looks like we're about to pass it right now. Yeah, so I think this is a good place for, taking longs over this red line, over Friday's highs. Should start to see rotation back into this area. It's a pretty big range. It's like 200 points. So it might take a little bit more for us to get out of one of these sides. All right, there's news dropping. See if this continues to break down or if buyers step back in here. Okay, we could see a failed breakout signal if we close above around 300. The risk will be quite a bit, around 70 points, but it'll have a reward of over 100 points, 120 points. Okay, this thing should trigger. All right, I am long here. So trade will look something like this. Could trim at the midline, 370 as well, but stop will be on the lows there. And this thing does not want to break this 320. And there it goes. Well, that didn't last long. I want to see it hold above 320. All right, we're seeing a nice rotation up. Like I said, you could trim at this midline. Probably gonna hold and just see how we do instead of trimming. Volume looks pretty good still, but just be prepared for pullbacks if you're going to continue holding towards the upper line. I'd throw a stop at like 279 now. Okay, we got pretty close here. I like to trim. I'm going to trim on this push-up right here at 400. We can throw the stops at break even too if you guys want. I mean, you can even put the stop right here below the midline at 365. I'm just going to throw them there. So we got a guaranteed winning trade. Now we kind of just let it run as much as it wants to. All right, well, I got stopped at 365 in profits, so congrats to Mac. Just had a $5,000 day. Mac trades on real money, not prop firms too. Shout out Mac.
All right, so as you guys saw, my trade for the day, basically, if you don't know how this setup works, this is what I call my failed breakout setup. I have an indicator for it. As you can see, it's right here, failed breakout. We also have the regular OTS. So this is the break and retest of the opening range. We had no signals on that one today. So anyways, yeah, failed breakout, basically what that means is the way I set up this code and this indicator is we're looking for, obviously, this green line on the top, the red line on the bottom is the 15-minute opening range, right? So it's the first 15 minutes of price action. So we can either do a few things, and I basically built indicators around any possibility of what price could do. First thing we could do is we could break out of it and we could retest, right? And we'll get signals on the regular OTS indicator doing it that way, right? The other option is we could chop around, we can go up, we can go back down. We could act like we're breaking out just like we did here. But a lot of times, as you guys I'm sure have seen, what will happen is it's a fake out, and then we'll end up going all the way back up to the top of the range and retesting that area again. A lot of times this fake out will be the low of the day. So I built the indicator around that. Obviously you can trade this without the indicator and without the signals, but the signals just make it easier because they follow exact criteria and it keeps your strategy very consistent. So basically the way I have it set up, if you guys really want to know, I have it set up so as long as we don't break through the first 33% extension, we don't close below this first yellow line, then it'll trigger a signal once the WVF indicator actually confirms, okay? So if I pull up the failed breakout indicator, basically as you can see, we get these green bars, right? And then once the green bars stop being green, it basically means sellers are getting exhausted, right? So momentum is dying down on the sell side, right? So once this candle closed, the first bar that's not green anymore, right? We're waiting for a close above this candle right here, which we got on this candle, which is why it printed a buy signal. Okay, and basically you're just holding this until the top of the range or at least near it. You can also trim at the midline, this dotted line as well. And then you have your stop on the lows, and then you can trail your stop up like you saw I did during that live trade. So that's how the strategy works. That's how the indicator works. It works very well. Doesn't always set up all the time, but it works good when the markets are a little bit more choppy or we just do that initial sell off and then we bounce back, right? So anyways, guys, that was my trade for the day. That's how I ended up making the $711 inside my personal live account. With that being said, guys, I hope you had a good trading day yourself. Real quick before you guys go, if you guys want to join the OTS team and you want to get lifetime access to the OTS signals, my indicator, plus also get live trading daily on Zoom like you saw from that live trade I took this morning, you can be a part of that call every single day. Plus, you also get full training one-on-one support. So like I said, you get access to all the indicators. You get the regular OTS indicator. You get the failed breakout when you join OTS along with that live trading. So if you guys think this would be helpful for you, you guys want to learn more about it and get access, all you have to do is go to the first link in the description below this video or just head over to otsignals.com. Once again, that's otsignals.com. That being said, guys, as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow morning inside our Discord community and for another live trading session. And I'm excited to see how the rest of this week goes.